Hey, I'm Eddie Velez, and we're live here at Velocity Church Planners Conference at Mountain Lake Church in Cumming, Georgia, talking to Anthony Evans. Do I need to say more?
What's up, Eddie?
Good to have you, man. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Brand new album.
Yes.
Undisguised.
Mm-hmm.
Why that title?
Because over the last few years, I was in a place where I was, on the road traveling, had a lot going on in my life.
Sure.
And I got to a point where hiding or giving the audience one thing and me going through another and all that, it was too much for me. So I got to a place where I was just like, I'm going to tell the truth in the stage and let God do what he does best.
Tell the truth here today. Because listen, there's people who can be healed from what you've been through.
Right.
You've been given a certain comfort by God, and that comfort can be provided to others, not only through this brand new album, but through what you went through. I mean, what did you go through? How did you come out of it?
Well, in my life, a few different things were going on. One, I went through a broken engagement, so that, given that and what I was doing with my career and out on the road and leading worship, that was just a big dichotomy when it comes to emotionally what was happening.
Because in broken engagement, you got all these plans, and then you got to lead these people to worship, but you're experiencing all these feelings.
Right, and it was not an easy one either. It wasn't like, it was tumultuous. It had stuff going on, and then I had a friend in my life who just a lot of deception and just a lot of stuff I was going through, but a lot of it was my fault because I'm a grown man. I can make decisions for myself, but I let people into my life in searching for something to help me with this emotional stuff I was going through with this engagement and letting people. I was just going through a lot of betrayal on one end and then a broken engagement on the other end, and then getting to a place where I was like, man, I got to figure out a way to tell the truth. And then despite the way that I felt, which was I want to quit, I had to figure out a way to move in spite of my feelings. And the way that I did that was just standing on the truth. God's promises to me that he's going to do what he said he's going to do. He's going to finish what he started. So I sang and wrote songs outside of the way that I felt. Right. I wrote them based upon the truth.
Wow.
But I'm now committed to telling the truth about what's happened in my life.
That's fantastic.
From the stage.
And Anthony, people, I mean, when you say it, I can side with you. I've been betrayed. And I've gone through broken relationships, and there's people watching today, they've gone through it. And they've had their certain undisguised moment where they had to find healing, So would you say that the writing for you, was that the healing for you? How did you come out of it?
The writing was part of the healing. A lot of it, straight up, a lot of it was counseling. And I would come off the road, put down my microphone, get on a bus, and go to my counselor's office to get it going, to make sure that there was never a disconnect between who I was being on the stage and who I was in real life.
It took a lot of humility to do that.
Yeah, I think it was a breaking point. I was just kind of at a breaking point where I need to either do something else or fix all this because it was too much going on.
Right.
So the writing was part of it. A lot of it was the counseling and the open communication. I'm thankful to have the dad that I have and the dad and mom that I have.
Right, and just in case you don't know, his name is Anthony Evans, but there's another gentleman out there whose name is Dr. Tony Evans.
Yeah, just in case you don't know.
Just in case you don't know.
There may be some that don't know,
All right.
Yeah, so anyway, that's part of the healing. And again, just the honesty, I think, was the biggest thing because that's where God met me at my deepest need. When I was honest about where I was, then he could meet me at the gut level. And then he did what he does best, which is take our messes and make them into miracles. Some of these songs are like pages in my journals that were just me being ripped to shreds.
Tell me if you had to pick out 2 or 3 songs. I know number 11 is your favorite. I want to get to that. But what came out of it? Like this journey, how did the pen move?
Yeah, there's a song called Love Is that was it was the first verse is written to my fiance. That's it. The first verse is written to her. Actually, the day that the record released, I got a text message from her telling me that she was proud of me for being that honest. And she didn't know, we hadn't talked.
Okay,
so,
there's people that are going to go out and buy the album. But you've got to give me 2 bars, 4 bars.
He says 2 bars. 6 bars.
6 bars. So you've got to give me something out of it. What are the lyrics? Whether you sing them or whether you speak them, or
the verse I was talking about says, "I said I loved you, but I protected and I kept myself from you. I saw your hurting eyes, but still I decided to walk away, keep myself safe. I apologize because I've realized." And the chorus says, "Love is willing to get hurt. Love gives and needs no return. When love lives, it needs no words. I've learned that's what love is." And the reason, what showed me what love was me being honest with the Lord and Him giving to me, and I had nothing to return. I had no more anecdotes. I had no more cool things to say. I had no more notes to sing. I had nothing, and His love was just like, I'm trying to give you what I want you to learn how to show. I want you to learn what it means to be accepted without having to perform for it.
Wow.
That's what I was writing about. And that, again, changed my whole worship experience. So where half the record's worship stuff, but it's from a new place. It's not from a place of performance. It's from, I've experienced his love, and that's what his love
And
is.
it's the gratitude of bringing you through that season.
Right.
Now, why is track 11 your favorite track?
Well, track 11 was
What's the
'cause
title again?
It's called Could It Be?
Could It Be?
And it's just drama. That's why it's my favorite track. I love dramatic stuff that connects with people, you know. So,
Sure.
that is talking about other things that I've tried to fill up, like after a broken engagement, you just relationships and trying to, you know what I mean? And I'm giving myself away and trying to, you know, fill that void my pride was not allowing me to go to Christ. So basically the chorus of that song is me asking, could it be everything that I was looking for was you? I'm running around searching, I was miserable, doing more concerts than I can count.
Right.
I had more than I've ever had in my life, but miserable. And after all that, I was like, could it be the only thing I'm looking for is you?
That's fantastic. Man, we've had the pleasure of talking to Anthony Evans' brand new album out called Undisguised. He's had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other albums, and all of them have been focused on worship. Incredible opportunity. If people want to get the album, just log on to your local retailer, Amazon.com, where?
Yeah, anywhere online. You can go to any Christian bookstore or, yeah.
All right, and stay connected to Anthony Evans?
Yeah, at anthony-evans.com or twitter.com/Anthony Evans Jr.
There it is. We've had the privilege of talking to Anthony Evans here at the Velocity Church Planners Conference here in Cumming, Georgia. Mountain Lake Church, an incredible opportunity. Thank you so much for tuning in.